Evening all. Bear with me. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay. Well, I decided, after putting that video up, you've probably just seen it. I've decided that it's only right if I report a crime that I've just seen. So therefore, I am going to phone South Yorkshire Police right now, and I'm going to report a crime because that's what I've just seen. So I thought I would do it live. Now I need you to tell me if you can hear this.
We're connecting you to Merseyside Police. If you require an alternative force, press hash.
Where's my hash? There it is.
Please say the name of the police force you would like to be connected to, or say the name of the nearest town.
South Yorkshire Pigs.
Answering yes or no, was that South Yorkshire Police?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you can hear the phone. You can hear that clearly, can you?
Welcome to South Yorkshire Police. This is Steve Watson, Chief Constable. If a crime is happening now or life is in danger, please call 999. To save you waiting for your call to be answered, you might wish to know that you can report your incident online by visiting southyorks.police.uk, where you will find information about all our online services, as well as help, advice, and details of your local policing team. Please press 1 if you know the extension number of the person you are calling, or hold for assistance. One of our operators will answer your call as quickly as they can. Thank you.
Sorry, we have not been able to answer your call yet. We are experiencing a high number of calls at the moment. Did you know you can also report your incident online by visiting southyorks.police.uk? Your call is important to us, so please continue to hold.
You can still hear that okay, guys, yeah? Thank you. Did you know you're about to get baptized?
On Facebook and follow us on Twitter at SYP tweet. Your call is important to us, so please continue to hold.
Quite possibly, Mervyn.
This communication floor speaking, can help.
Hello there. I think it's only right in my civic duty to report a crime that I've just seen committed.
Right.
It happened earlier on today,
Right.
and I was wondering if I could possibly get a name of the officer involved in the incident as well. I've got a number, shoulder number.
So it's something that you've already reported?
No, I've not reported yet. No, I want to report a crime, but I also want to get the name of the officer that was involved at the incident as well. So if I give you a collar number, would you be able to give me a name?
What is it for? What have you seen that's involving the officer?
Well, this, okay. I mean, I'm not legally trained or anything like that, but I believe I've witnessed, not firsthand, but I've witnessed what I would call an attempted murder.
Right. Okay.
That's.
You think the officer is the suspect? Is that what you're saying?
The officer is, yeah.
Right. And when did you see it?
I saw it about half an hour ago.
Where did it happen?
It happened in South Yorkshire.
Yeah, where?
I'm not entirely sure where, to be honest,
Right.
but it shouldn't be difficult
Is
to.
it something that you've seen online or something?
It's something that somebody sent me with regards to Constable 3139 hitting somebody full.
Is it the video that's circulating at football?
Well, I don't know if it was at football or not. It didn't look like a football ground, so I couldn't tell you if that's what it was or not. All I know is that I've witnessed what looks to me like an attempted murder, hitting somebody round the head, full pelt with a metal bar, and I wanted to report it.
Right. So you're not the victim or anything?
I'm not a victim. No, I'm not.
That you've been sent.
I'm not a victim. No, it's my civic duty to report crimes. I thought so.
Right. So do you know who the victim is?
No, I don't know who the victim is. No.
Right. So what information have you got other than a collar number?
Well, what I've seen what happened with regards to somebody being smashed round the head with an iron bar, and his head getting smashed open. I don't know what, apart from the collar number of the person who committed the offence. I don't know what other information you
Just
you
give me
would
that
want.
collar number again, because we might have. I know there is a video doing round today a minute. What's that collar number?
3139.
Bear with me 1 second. What's your name?
Everyone calls me Pap.
Right. What's your full name?
Well, Pap will do for now.
Right. Bear with me.
Thank you.
Please hold. 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 Please hold.
I wonder if they'll run over to YouTube to
Please
see
hold.
what's going on.
Please hold.
The video's on my channel. Someone just asked to see the video. It's on my channel.
Please hold. 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 Please hold.
Please hold the police to account.
Please hold. 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 Hiya, thank you for holding for me.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's right.
We're aware of this video. We've got an incident running already for it.
Right. Okay. Right. So I mean, obviously, is the officer off the streets at the moment?
I won't be able to tell you anything about the officer just due to data protection.
Well, I don't want his name or anything. Well, I do want his name, but I'm just saying, is he off the streets? That's not data protection, is it?
Well, it would be, because I can't tell you whether he's on
But that's
duty or
not.
not,
Yeah.
or what's
Yeah.
happening
But
with the investigation.
thing is, data protection's for personal information, isn't it? Asking if somebody's off the streets or not isn't going to identify them under GDPR, is it?
I don't know where he is at this moment in time.
Right. Okay. Well.
Judging from the time that the incident was on, without the shifts run, I'm presuming that his shift has ended at this point.
Right. Well, I reckon his career should be ended. Right. Okay. Well, all right. I'll be following this up anyway. So, yeah. Can I take your name, please?
Yeah, it's Laura.
Laura. Have you got a number, Laura? A collar number or?
745047.
745047.
Yeah.
Is that your phone number?
We don't have collar numbers with civilians, so it's just the staff numbers.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a long number. I was just wondering if it was your phone number. No, I didn't think so. All right, no problem. Thank you. Anyway.
All right then.
Cheers now. Bye bye. Well, I don't know. I'm going to follow this one up because that is absolutely fucking disgusting. I cannot believe what that Constable 3139 did. I mean, running in, and I don't care what happened before, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I do get lots of people say to me, oh, but you don't know what happened before. Doesn't matter what happened before. Nobody deserves for anybody to run. I mean, that he sprinted in full pelt and swung that like he was hitting a baseball. And I don't care what he did, what that lad did before, what he said or what he did. Nobody deserves that. I'm going to phone back Alan Aspinall. I will phone back. I'm going to phone back maybe tomorrow, and I will request a incident number for that. I've actually left a message on the Facebook post of the guy who posted it, whose phone nearly got broken at the time as well. So I will also try and get some information off of him as well. But wow, what can you say? I mean, like I said to her, I want to report an attempted murder. In my view, that can't be GBH or ABH. That he ran straight in with an iron bar around the head. Do you know what I mean? It's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So there we go. Swoop. I will see if I can get a longer clip of it. Obviously, for some reason, so many people that record stuff, they always upload a small portion of the entire clip, and that's really annoying, to be fair. I always, if I've got an incident, I'll always upload the whole thing rather than just a small clip. But no, it would have been, it was his, I'm sure it was his ASP. They don't have wooden ones anymore, do they? As far as I'm aware, they have the extendable ASPs now. And they're supposed to go for soft target. They're supposed to go for the thighs first, the arms, and then knees or elbows. Head, no, I'm sorry, but fucking no way. For anybody that wanted to look at the video that hasn't seen it, I'm just posting a link there now. I've just posted a link in the chat. Yeah, unsuppressed. They have the telescopic ones, yeah, and they are designed to hurt. And to hit somebody round a head like that is just incredible. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But I wanted to do this live. I thought I'd give him a ring and and see if I could make a complaint myself, but obviously they're not going to let me do that. But as I say, I will follow this one up. I will see what other information I can get. And yeah, I'm surprised the guy was still conscious, to be honest. Photography, light and magic, the guy on the floor, you know, was still alive, still awake, and I'm shocked by that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the sound, when that baton hit his head, you could hear that sound, and it just made me go, oh, no, it was unbelievable. Yeah, additional momentum from running. Yeah, of course. Of course. Now, not that it makes much of a difference. It would have been slightly different had the constable been standing there, standing still and trying to hit, and accidentally caught him on the head, if the guy was flailing about and fighting back. But that wasn't. That was targeted at his head. You cannot accidentally hit somebody in the head. That much of their head, when they've got fucking that much body, yeah, you're going to aim for a soft target, okay, and there's no way you can accidentally miss the body and hit the head. You can't do it. Wow. Yeah, kidneys, soft target, and you know, around the kidneys is always good. The thighs, I believe they're taught to go for the thighs, and I might be slightly wrong. If there's anyone out there that knows any different, please say so. But I believe they're supposed to go for the thighs or the arms, the fatty parts of your body. Yeah, and then if that doesn't work, then they're supposed to go for bonier parts, which might be your wrist or your elbow or your knees. Yeah. Yeah. So if you or I hit someone in the head with a metal implement, the charge would be attempted murder. Yeah, of course it would. Of course it would. Even if they were attacking us, if somebody was attacking us and we hit them round the head, that is equivalent to getting a baseball bat and doing a full swing. Okay, that's equivalent to getting a baseball bat and doing a full swing at somebody's head. You might as well have just said, do me a favour, lad, get on your knees, yeah, and then just taken a swing. Do you know what I mean? And try to get a home run out of it. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. You got his name, Fluke? What was his name? Did you phone him up? FD, did you phone South Yorkshire's finest and get his name? William Sampson. That's his name, is it? Okay. Is that what you said? William Sampson, yeah? Fluke? Peter Sutcliffe. PC Peter Sutcliffe. His number is 3139. I will do, Fluke. Oh, actually, I can do it now. Right, okay, cool. Right, thanks, Fluke. Yeah, William Sampson. So that's going to make it easier to keep an eye on, because now we've got his name. We're going to be able to keep searching for that name and see what comes up. So thanks, Fluke, for that. maybe I should have done 141 before I dialed. She probably saw my phone number and thought, oh, it's him again. We know him. We've been warned about him. Oh, man. Well, there you go, guys. What can you do? This is it, though, isn't it? We're seeing far more of this kind of thing, and they just simply want to cover it up. I mean, even saying to her, can you confirm that he's off the streets? Oh, I can't give that information for data protection. Hang on a minute. I'm not asking for his fucking phone number here. I'm asking, is he off the streets? Well, no, I can't give you that number. Can't give you that details. Well, yeah, you can. Because under GDPR and the rest of it, you can give me that info because I'm not asking for any personal identifying information, you fucking penis. Madness. Sad but mad lad. There's a Twitter video, 45 seconds long. Okay, I'll get on that as well shortly. William Sampson. Didn't Sampson have the long hair? Used to think he was like, wasn't Sampson proper hard because he had long hair or something? If some of you have posted comments and they've not shown up yet, I'm not able to keep up with all the comments at the moment and allow your comments. So some of them haven't been accepted yet, so I apologise for that. Sampson. Yeah, that's his name, Sampson. William Sampson. Man. I genuinely hope this guy gets booted because he, if that's how he acts when two people are having a fight in the street, if that's how he has to act, rather than de-escalating it, he has to go in there and try and, crack someone's head open like a bloody egg. His address would be nice, yeah. I'll have to reach out to some of my friends on the dark web, see if I can find it. Oh dear. I'm joking, by the way, officers watching. I don't know anybody with the dark web, okay? So don't start getting erections and nip-ons because you're not getting me over that. Apps, yeah. Got to run about, blew a bit of wind up their kilt and they couldn't do enough for me. Yeah, sounds, yeah, no, you're right, Luke, I know. They like to have their ego stroked, don't they? Ultimately. But I think that's where we're different. That's where you've got a different approach than I have. My approach is more, I'm not going to stroke your ego because you don't fucking deserve it. So, madness. Anyway, guys, the earth is not flat. Yeah, but it is though. Have you not noticed? Water doesn't stick to a ball. I'm only joking, by the way, before anyone starts having a go at me for being a flirter. Oh dear. Restrict. Madness. Lee. Oh, Lee, we've spoken before, haven't we? Didn't you have a different username before? Yeah, I know, Fluke. I just can't do it that way, though. I know there's a, yeah, I thought it was Lee. Yeah, I know there's a way of doing stuff, but you know me. I can't do that. Oh man. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, see, I always forget that. There's 191 people watching at the moment, and 186 people watching at the moment, and only 80 likes I've got. Oh no, yeah, 80 likes I'm seeing at the moment. So get hitting that like button, guys. 88, keep going. 98, oh yeah. We got one dislike. Sorry, that must be Constable 3139. Maybe he's sitting in his changing room, wondering how long it's going to be before his name gets out in the public. Oh dear. Wow. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Guys, I want to ask you a question. Just, this is completely off topic here, but I want to ask you a question. Somebody's just said something about doing a phone in there, but let me ask a quick question. If I make a video and somebody doesn't agree with me, or somebody has a different point of view, any of you, for example, if any of you have a different point of view from me about something that I've said in a video, and you'd be willing to discuss that on video, would you be willing to do that? Is there anybody out there that if you saw a video of mine and you thought, no, that's wrong, or no, I think something differently, and let's say you emailed me and we arranged to have an online discussion about it, would you guys be up for it? Or at least some of you be up for it? Just to give another angle to the channel as well, I'm thinking. Cool. That's fine, Alan Aspinall, that's fine. You know, I'm not expecting everybody to, you know, to want to do it. It's just an idea that I was thinking about, and to try and give the channel just a little bit of a something different. Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit of a different angle. Thank you, David. That's very kind of you. Suspended for 24 months. Oh, I like that. Cool. Okay. I've got a funny feeling some of you are just going to disagree with me on purpose now to get on the channel, but but no, honestly, if anybody genuinely thinks that I'm wrong or disagrees with me, or even if you just want to debate about something, get on me with you know, the WhatsApp numbers there. You've got the email on my about page. Get in touch. We can arrange to have a discussion, and just to give the channel a different, you know, a different angle as well. Because at the moment, as you see, most of the stuff going out at the moment are these news reports on a daily basis, 5 days a week. Never going to run out of it. Never going to run out of what's the word? Material doing them news reports. But it would be nice to have a different type of angle as well. So yeah, that's where I want to go with that. Oh, you have disagreed a few times, Pinaki News. Arsehole. No. Mate, at the end of the day, if people don't agree, that's absolutely fine. I'll always, you know, I'll debate with people in the comments. You know that, Pinaki News. If somebody's got a legitimate, I don't agree with you, then I'll talk about it with you. It's only the people that jump on and start being idiots. Well, I've got a hat on. Is it because what happened yesterday? Yeah, you're not going to see it today. No. nothing will happen to the cop. If the police do not take action against him, I personally will try and find out the guy who it was done to, and I will do whatever I can to push him into doing a private prosecution against him, because that is absolutely, as I've said, bang out of order. Disciplinary, whatever. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments that YouTube are trying to censoring. Stop ignoring me. We need boobs on the channel. Well, do you know what? I was thinking the other day, wouldn't it be nice if I had a nice looking co-host I could put in a bikini? Or would that make me a misogynist? Come on, let's start picking on Dan for being a misogynist. David, yes, you're right. The news reports are generating a decent amount of subs. My thing is, I want to not just keep things fresh and slightly different for you guys. I want to do it for me as well, because it gets quite depressing having to relay all of that bad news all the time. The good-looking co-host usually heard snoring in the background. Which is snoring now, actually, over there. But UK Brummy, you said hi a few hours ago. I'm sorry if I missed that. Sometimes the comments go past while I'm talking and I don't see them all. Stephen Burnett, thank you, appreciate that. Dazcam, Shadow Band. Have I got any of these? I haven't got any at the moment. They are quite expensive, I have to say, for the printing on them. However, what I might do in the future, it's difficult because the channel makes pittance. And I've said this before, the channel doesn't make hardly anything. I mean, I'm probably talking, I don't know, less than £1 a day in most cases. Which is fine, because I'm not doing this, I don't do this to make money, but it would be nice to be able to buy some better equipment, for example, because I know this camera keeps going in and out and stuff with a focus. Say sausage. Remove the octagon from the t-shirts. The octagon? What, this? I'm lost. Octagon. They do pay good money for that, yes. If you had a fight with PC Snowflake from Crime Bodge, who would win? He was funny, him, wasn't he, PC Snowflake? What an idiot. In my opinion, why do the police try to keep grooming gangs from the media? Same reason, I think, that they try and keep lots of things out of the media. Failure to pick up on what's going on early enough, allowing lots of people to actually be afflicted by said grooming gangs. Yes, exactly, because it shows that the police don't police. I mean, yeah, don't, you know, they do investigate stuff when they have to, right? If they can get away, from what I can tell, and this is, there are good police out there, but unfortunately, there are also more bad police, in my opinion. And when they overlook something, whether it's on purpose or not, that allows an incident to get really bad, if they then come forward and say, look, we're sorry, we made a fuck up, but we're going to fix it, that would make them look bad, they think. Yeah, so instead of just saying, we've made a mistake, yeah, people have been hurt, we're going to fix that. Instead of doing that, they would rather bury their heads in the sand and hope and pray that it just goes away. Do you know what I mean? What makes a good police officer? Somebody that can control their feelings for a start, and somebody who actually has some integrity. See you later, Lee. Thanks for joining us. Law-abiding citizen, everyone must be held accountable. Of course, everyone must be held accountable. What so many people seem to forget, and I'm not suggesting all of you guys, but there are people out there watching this who have forgotten. The police are simply members of the public who are paid to do a job that we are all supposed to do. Okay? The police are paid members of the public that are doing a job that we are all supposed to do. That's the simplest form of the police. That is what they are supposed to be. But unfortunately, with this thin blue line bollocks and all the rest of it, they have created this divide to make them completely different to us. Right? They are more superior than us. They are better than us in every way, and they're not. They are the same as us. And in my opinion, although I don't believe in using weapons, don't believe that at all, but in my opinion, if the police are allowed to carry weapons as paid members of the public doing a job that we're all supposed to do, then really we should all be allowed to carry those same weapons, in fairness. Do you know what I mean? But we are all the same. They have created this divide. I will do, Lee. I'll check it shortly. I'm going to wrap up on this live in a minute. I need to go and make another cup of coffee and get some stuff done. I've no doubt got plenty of comments on that video there that I need to respond to as well. Yeah. Peel created citizens in uniform. And it's right, citizens. That's the thing. See, what happens, right, is a quick bit of a history lesson for you. And it might not be completely correct. I might have some little bits mixed up. But from what I remember, everybody had the duty, before Robert Peel, everybody had the duty of policing. Everybody. People had to do, I think, 1 year of policing service. Right? It's a bit. Think about jury service, for example. You know how you get a letter through the door says you've got to do jury service. Well, it was kind of similar with the police. Everybody had to do a stint as a police constable. And what the rich people realised is that when it was their turn, they could pay poor people to do their policing for them. So which meant the rich people could stay at work and make more money. So the rich people paid the poor people to do their policing duties for them. And then it was realised that, well, actually, rather than asking everybody to jump in and getting in on this, you know, having to do their own bit, we might as well just have a paid service, a paid, you know, members of the public who are paid to do this full time. But that's what they are. They're members of the public, and people forget this. The police are no different from you or me. They should not have more powers than you or me, because we all are police in our own right. We all have the ability under common law to make arrests for common law offences. Do you know what I mean? And I know I'm going to get some people jump on here and start going on about acts and statutes and maritime law and all of that stuff. And I'm not going to get into that argument here. I have made my views clear on that in previous videos. But the simple fact is, we are the police. And the sooner everybody realises that we are the police, we are to police our lives ultimately. And if we all do that properly, then we shouldn't need these idiots with their weapons, hurting, assaulting, killing. Yes, they do solve crimes. Okay, you can't take that away from them. They do solve crimes. Quite a lot of the time it's with the help of us, the public, but they do solve crimes. But if we had the same equipment and access to stuff that they do, we'd probably be able to solve some crimes as well. For those of you who have left or said goodbye, and I haven't said goodbye to you, I apologise. You've probably not seen me say this now, but see you later. You see, in the police have actually set up, I think it's in the Midlands somewhere. The police have got what they call street watch, which is ultimately just people. It's just people like you and me, not police, just you and me, that go out in high vises. They take a couple of hours in a classroom with somebody that tells them what they can and can't do. And they go out unpaid, walking the streets, trying to help people, you know, contacting the police if they see an offence taking place. Or I believe that they're probably told that they can detain people. I might be wrong, but they can detain people under section, I'm not sure if it's 24, I can't remember. But a citizen's arrest, they might even be told that they can do that if they feel up for it. But again, these are members of they're just members of the public. All the police are doing is getting the police are asking more members of the public to come and do the job that we're all supposed to do anyway. Madness. Yeah, of course, anybody can do a citizen's arrest, but you have to only use reasonable force. 24A, thank you, Bill. I thought it was, did I say 24? I think I did. Yeah, anybody can do a citizen's arrest, and the rules, obviously, you don't use more force than is necessary, and they have to be in the act of committing a crime or about to commit a crime. I believe you cannot citizen's arrest somebody if they've committed a crime but they're not committing it now, or they're not about to commit it. I believe that's how it works. But I personally, I think we should, you know, I know in America there is an American cop watch. There is an American cop watch, and they have meetings and all sorts of stuff, and they're allowed to do it. I still think that we need to have something going on here. I did have a browse through your blog, unsub. Forgive me, things are really, really busy with these daily reports. So I've got so many emails I need to get back to. I will get back to people, I promise you. But I think that we need to have some protection of our own. I think we need to have protection of our own. And if that means some, you know, even if I set, I don't know, let's say I set something up and just say, right, you're going to get a high vis, okay, like a blue high vis, like my media one that I wear, but a blue high vis with police, I don't know, police accountability project, right? And there'll be some rules of engagement. For example, don't stand more than X amount close to an incident, but anybody that sees an incident going on needs to film it. Do you know what I mean? And if everybody follows some simple rules, like don't speak to the police, you know, and all, you know, just film from a distance and all the rest of it, and then we can start using that, you know, and putting this back on the police and saying, what the fuck are you doing? Exactly, union flag, exactly. Police the police. Now, again, I'm not saying that in every situation we're going to find them doing something wrong, because we're not. We're not. But if they know they're being watched and they know that it's going to be videoed and it's going to be uploaded, then they will start to learn. It's learned behaviour, isn't it? Learned behaviour. You know, if you put a mouse in a cage, right, and at one end of the cage it will get an electric shock off of the bars, and at the other end of the cage it won't. After a while, it's going to learn, isn't it, to stay at the other end permanently. And that's what we need to do. We need to make sure that people are aware and get them to relearn a bit of integrity and relearn a bit of decent humanity. Wow, this is going fast, so fast. I'm struggling to watch all these. If a constable behaves out of office, therefore is not a constable, then tell him of 24A. Yeah, you're right. If a constable's acting out of office, if they're not doing, what's the words I'm thinking of? Bill, come on. You know what I'm trying to say. If he's not acting under his oath, so if he's assaulting somebody, if his force is unreasonable, excessive, you know, that kind of thing. But again, things like that I would suggest is what we need to film them for. You know, we don't necessarily need to get involved in a confrontation that's going on unless unless it's so blatantly obvious that the person is being mistreated. But it has to be completely obvious that they're being mistreated and not I think is being mistreated. Then we can, you know, we should take action and get involved. But other than that, I think it's even just a case of filming, making sure that we get numbers, shoulder numbers, etc., in the force area, and then we can start trying to make some kind of a difference to people. Somebody just said there, about common law. Where was it? AB. AB. They can't recognise any law or even common law. They hate common law and claim mental illness if you know your rights. That is so true. That is so true. This is why they say to you things like, are you feeling okay? Have you noticed that in videos where people just don't talk back? And the police then suddenly go, are you feeling all right? Are you sure you're okay? Because they then try and turn it as if there's something wrong with you and therefore you become a threat. Yeah? Madness. What could be considered discrimination, Anthony? What have I missed? President Trump, nice to have you on our live stream. Later on, Pete Swing, thanks for joining us. Bill, yes, please. I wanted to speak to you anyway, Bill. So please email me because I wanted to speak to you. I did leave a comment a couple of months ago, hoping that you'd see it and contact me. But I would like to speak to you actually, if you don't mind. Right, yeah. If the police say you're mentally ill, but this is the thing. They don't necessarily say you're mentally ill to you. They say, are you okay? You're acting very strange. Are you feeling all right? And just that makes you then a threat to them. Do you know what I mean? They don't need to say you're mentally ill. My behaviour is always very strange, Pinaki News. It's called fisting. Oh, fishing. Sorry. Need to put my glasses on. Oh, you had that said to you. Right, okay. But still, I do act strange when the opportunity arises. I was going to say something then as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, what about the old Philip Schofield, eh? Who'd have thought it? Let's branch out into another direction conversation. No, actually, please don't. Please don't, because to be honest with you, somebody said to me about, I didn't even see it or hear about it. Somebody mentioned Philip Schofield to me yesterday, and I said to them, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care if somebody's gay, straight. I've said this before. I don't care if somebody's gay, straight, black, white, pink, purple, or if they look like Mr. Bloody Blobby. I could not give a toss. And why people feel the need to make such a song and dance about it is beyond me. There is far more serious things to be discussing rather than about whether somebody smokes pole or rug munches. Do you know what I mean? Makes no difference. Yeah, in other news, water is wet, the earth is round. dear, oh dear. Well, guys, it's been wonderful. Hang on, what does that say? When they say, do you understand? Never say yes. Well, see, the thing is that still doesn't work. No, this is the thing. I understand the concept and I understand how what the words mean and everything else. But the problem is, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't. We have to use the same tactics that they use against us. Do you know what I mean? Trump, I understand the free man of the land stuff. I do understand it. I just don't think it's relevant. It doesn't work. There is no examples of it working, and therefore there's no point, in my opinion. And again, I'm not knocking anybody that has that belief, but in my personal opinion, it doesn't work, and there's no point in trying to use that in an argument with the police in this day and age, in this current climate. So, as I say, I'm not knocking anybody that has that belief in free man of the land stuff. It's just me personally, and I've just got to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? It's just me personally. I don't agree that it works, and there's no proof that it works. Although I do understand where you're coming from. You've sent them a link on South Yorkshire Police's Facebook. I'm sure that will I'm sure they'll be looking forward to reading all of those. Colin, as I say, mate, absolutely not knocking it at all. Okay, not knocking it at all. I can understand the whole concept of it, and I understand how what the words mean and how they're used. I completely understand that. So I keep saying understand. I completely get it. It's just, in my opinion, it's very unlikely to actually get you out of trouble. That's just my opinion. So. Remainers say they will not take the new 50p coin. Experts say they just won't accept change. Police follow pace, yeah. Indeed they do. See that, Tony? Cesspool, if you go on to my channel, it's the last video before this. There's the upload of the video that you're asking for. Police follow feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Pace. What else could that stand for? Police always criminalising emotions. I don't know. You've had a dump and a brew. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. I think that's just a little bit too much information. Dean, the shithead cop's name is William Sampson, collar number 3139. Oh God, there's a load more comments that are being censored. There has to be a civilian claim. There has to be. Even if the police take action against the constable involved, the guy needs to put a civil claim in as well. Pretty abnormal, crappy ethics, yep. Police are corrupt in titles, yep. Am I even looking at what you've been saying? I am trying to keep up with comments. It is quite difficult to watch and respond to every single comment. So I apologise. Police are necessary. Yes, I agree they are necessary, but not in the form that we have them. I don't think that that's necessary to have them in the form that we have them. Can anyone tell me phones? Oh dear. Philip Schofield has just jumped onto the chat asking if anyone can tell him if homosexuality is still illegal. That depends on what part of Bradford you're in, I think. Blackburrow has made a community post with my name in it, or with your YouTube name in it. As long as he's not cussing me, I'm not too fussed. I think, as I say, I think the police have forgotten, and we, the public, have forgotten that the police are simply members of the public that are paid to police full time, whereas we all have the power to police. That's the thing. And a bit like the Stanford experiment, where they get a uniform and, you know, they're able to, where in the Stanford experiment, they're able to hide behind their sunglasses, making them feel that they're protected. The police do the same with their badge. Thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. Genuinely appreciate that. It's a nice comment. Thank you. When is the next stream? I don't know. To be honest, I'm still debating when to do them. Whether to do them. See, if I do them weekly, that's gonna be a 6 days out of 7. That, well, minimum of 6 days out of 7 that I'm doing stuff on the channel. I could do it monthly and do a roundup of the month's news, or maybe every fortnight. I'm still trying to decide on when to do that. I'm trying to catch up on all the emails and messages and everything else that I've been getting. But I will get round to arranging something, I promise. Am I still selling the PAP cards? Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. I've still got some. And also for those of you as well, although in the description I have, or in the description of all my videos, there are links to the new store that I'm using with merchandise on, t-shirts, hoodies, all that stuff. If anybody wants a hat like this, don't get them from the store that's linked to in the description, okay? Because they are more expensive there than I can get them for you. So if anybody wants a hat, there is a video called I think it's called cards, camcorder cards and caps. I think that's what the video's called. It's definitely got the word cap as in caps. Do a search for that in my videos, and right near the very end, it tells you how to go about getting a cap. But if you want a cap, do it that way because it is cheaper. Every 2 weeks. Yeah, see, it kind of makes, I mean, every 2 weeks kind of makes, yeah, bad hair day caps. Thanks, Panaki. Cheers, mate. Yeah, maybe every 2 weeks. Again, I need to try and work out what's going to be best for me to work with my life as well. So I don't know if anybody's been on the store yet, but I've actually sold a couple of my Section 5 this tops, which I think are going to go down really well. There's a hand like that, and it just says Section 5 this across the top. You want to see? You want to see my hair? There you go. That's all you're getting, because I had some wax on it, and now it's all flat. So no, I'm afraid not. Yeah, it's quite possible Crimebodge will get on that video and talk about what had happened. He might even reach out to the guy. I mean, Crimebodge is in a far better situation to help people like that than I am. He's got a far more experience dealing with that, and you know, I wouldn't take that away from him. He's been learning for a long time, so you know, if he can help people, then great. Oh, it's getting, yeah, it's getting grey. Look, it's going to be the same colour as my hat soon. It's not far off it now. Ricky Police Watch. I saw that video. There was a video put on Facebook, put on YouTube earlier about that. The Milgram experiments. I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can find. I mean, there's loads of info on the Stanford experiment, so I'm sure I'll be able to find a Milgram as well. Tony Doherty, because most of the barristers and lawyers don't work for us, really. That's why, unfortunately. Is that Frida? Frida, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Anthony, I don't really do audits. When I first started the channel, I've done one audit. I've done one audit, and that was at a Jacobs factory. And to be fair, it didn't feel right for me. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't something that I wanted to do. It wasn't a path I wanted to follow. I don't disagree with audits, okay? And I will back up people that are out in public taking photographs, and I will back them up, which is why I went to Leeds that time. But for me, it's not something that I wanted to do. It's not the path I wanted to take. There are lots of other people doing that. I think for me, this is the kind of thing that I do best, rather than doing audits. But I will back people up if somebody is mistreated, and some of us need to go and, you know, stand up for somebody's rights, then I'll still do that. I've still got my hair. Well, let's just say it's a good thing you don't get a shot from the back. Do you think all are bad? What do you mean, the police? Random videos, do you mean the police? Do I think all the police are bad? No, I don't. I don't think they're all bad. I think that there are too many bad police, and I think that the good police can easily go bad through fear of losing their job or persecution at work. And so eventually a lot of the good ones will do bad things. But I don't think necessarily that they are all inherently bad. So yeah, that's my point. I'm not a cop hater, okay? I am not a cop hater. It just so happens that I focus on the bad police. That's it. So, but I'm not a cop hater. Yes, many are scared of speaking out because it, you know, they fear for their career. You know, they fear for the backlash that they might get from other police. No, well, I don't want to work with them, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So yes, that does happen. Yeah, the ones who whistle blow get jumped. Well, this is what I mean. The problem is that they are scared to stand up and speak out about against the bad ones, and this is why we have to do that. If we see something happening that shouldn't be happening, we have to take that action and you know and force the issue. They're all molesters. Well, again, I can't, you know, I wouldn't say that. You know, it's like saying, you know, and I know some of you will probably give me some backlash, but it's like saying all Muslims are terrorists, and they're not. I know some Muslims that are thoroughly nice people, but you can't say that everybody is of a certain kind is of a certain way. Section 5, public order and other laws similar are introduced to stop free speech. No, I don't, because the insulting part of Section 5 was taken out. It was put in, it was left in, and then I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago, it was taken out after a campaign. Although many of the police that try and implement Section 5 don't really understand it themselves. All they think is, oh, if you hear a swear word, it's a Section 5, when it's not. Most people these days swear when they talk. Most people will swear when they talk. I do it, and I just do it. It's just a habit. If I was around my mum or my dad, I certainly wouldn't, because I'd get a clip around the ear roll. But other than that, I swear when I talk. And that cannot be taken as public order, because it has to be an action that is going to cause alarm to somebody. Do you know what I mean? and we're just walking down the road and going, oh, blah blah blah, oh, that wanker did this, that, and the other to me. That's not going to alarm somebody, but yet the police will use that as an excuse to say, well, somebody must have felt alarmed by you saying it. Go and find them then. Go and find the aggrieved, bring them back, and I'll say sorry. Do you know what I mean? Why waste taxpayers' money taking me in if all I need to do is go, well, did it offend you? In that case, I'm sorry. Now go away. Yes, Ken, you're right. You're absolutely right. But this is what I mean. The police don't understand that. Yeah. If there's a case law, the police don't seem to get told about the outcome. Right. So case law that says the police have to have a higher threshold than a general member of the public. Okay. So if a general member of the public would be on the verge of it being abusive, if you say it to the police, their level of abuse has to be higher. Their threshold has to be higher. But they forget that. I don't think the police are actually told this in their morning meetings. They don't go, their inspector doesn't go, right, guys, situation is this. There was a case yesterday. Judge ruled X, Y, Z. So when you're out on the streets today, remember, you can't pick somebody up for calling you a prick. But they don't do that. The inspectors and the sergeants are happy to let all their minions go out and do all the arresting while they're sitting there in their office. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if PC so and so gets into trouble. It doesn't matter if PC XYZ gets into trouble. We'll just say sorry and the public will forget about it. And this is the problem. Police like to leave out the words threatening, abusive. Yeah, of course they do. Of course. As I say, they just don't understand it, do they? This is the thing. And this is one of the things why all of these acts and statutes and everything else are ridiculous, because we can't expect we can't expect the police to know all of the legislations and all of the laws. But they should be able to. When it was common law, yeah, then they could remember them without fucking it up. It's not difficult to remember, a handful of actual laws. No harm, loss, or damage to somebody, right? That's not difficult to remember all of the time. But when you've got 10,000 plus legislations that they need to try and enforce on us to take our hard-earned money from us, then it becomes a problem. Yeah, indeed, Pinaki, they do. Hope that you don't know the act yourself. Yeah, smoking kills. It does. So does interacting with the police. And I would rather go out this way than the other way. Your vape to that. I do have a vape. But I've got to get a new piece for it because it ran out of oil yesterday while I was pulling on it, and it's burnt the element in there, and now it tastes like shit. So I'd rather have a bit of real nicotine for the time being. So I won't blow the smoke at the camera, Panaki knows, right? I'll blow it that way. Yeah, they care more about their narratives other than giving people help that they need. And that's true. The police no longer help people. They're not there to help you if you're robbed. They're not there to help you. Their main goal is to make arrests, right? If you've got make an arrest or help this person, we'll make the arrest. That's how it goes. Alan Blair, again, as I was saying earlier, I understand all of that stuff. That's the same kind of stuff, the free man of the land stuff. I do get it. I do understand it. I just don't think that it's relevant in today's society, I suppose, is the way to put it. And that's not knocking it, absolutely not knocking it, because if it's your belief, then that's absolutely fine. For me personally, I don't believe that that helps in this day and age that we're in, dealing with what we're dealing with. But I do get what you're trying to say. Well, to be honest, I did buy a cheap one initially, cheap vape initially, just to give it a try, see if I can get used to it. So I might have to invest in another one. Oh look, I'm starting everyone off now, and everyone wants to smoke now because I'm having a smoke. Grow your own. Tried that. I got an 18-month suspended for 2 years, tag for 12 weeks, and probation. Oh, look, don't blame everybody. Don't blame me. I'll be getting civil claims through the door next. Oh, they'd never let you grow your own baccy nowadays anyway, though, would they? They'd probably, if people started growing their own baccy, that would probably get made illegal as well because of the tax the government would be losing. Two plants and you'll be fine. Well, I'm always honest on this channel, and I've said it before a couple of times. It was close to 100 grand's worth of weed they done me for. That's, you know, don't know what else to say. No point in lying about it. Danny, Danny Escobar. Oh dear. it was 100 grand. It was in 100,000. I was cultivation of cannabis. No, I didn't have, it wasn't sort of, you know, harvested or nothing like that. It was plants. Personal use, yeah. No, I don't smoke it. I don't smoke it. I think somebody grasped me up. That's how. But you know, at the end of the day, look, right. The thing is, I did something wrong. Do you know what I mean? And if I do something wrong, I'll put my hands up to it. Do you know what I mean? So people say, "Oh, you hate the police because because you've had bad experiences with them and stuff like that." The thing is, I have had some bad experiences with the police, but the majority of my interactions with the police have been my own fault. And I will always put my hands up if I've done something wrong. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. I don't hate the police because they've picked on me. If I've been in a fight or I got caught growing weed or whatever it might have been and I get caught for it, then fuck it, I got caught. You know what I mean? Nocturnal Gamer. Yeah, I uploaded that video in America. That was the outcome of the Crosby incident. That's quite interesting, actually. I don't know how many people watching at the moment know about that incident. Last year, well, give it another 24th it was, so another 16 days and it will be exactly a year. So in just over 2 weeks, it'll be exactly a year when I got arrested outside Crosby Police Station for trying to get some stock footage for a website template I was building. And if nobody's seen that, if you go through my videos and go back to March last year, you'll see the videos and all the subsequent videos. My initial complaint got refused, as we expected. My second complaint, my appeal, got refused, as expected. And then we put in a letter before action. And that was put in 3 months ago, I think it was. And on Thursday, I heard from my brief, and he said that they are not admitting liability to anything, which means that I now have a decision to make. I'm going to speak to my brief next week, or this week coming, and work out what my position is, and see where I go from there and what I need to do. But it looks like I'm going to have to push it forward myself. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's true, Panaka. Yeah, far more violence through drink than through a bifter, as they call it here. See, the thing with this whole weed argument that I see is that it's going to be very difficult for them to flip it and make it legal, and the reason for that is because so many people have been done for it in the past. Can you imagine the law changing and saying, well, it's now legal? If they say, well, it's now legal, then it should have been legal before, which means everybody that's got done for drugs offences before ultimately should have that record expunged or wiped or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how many plants there were. I really don't know. There was a lot. Could have been 80, could have been 100, could have been 130. I really don't know. I really couldn't say exactly. Was it Northern Lights? I don't know. All I know is that when I used to look after it, shall we say, when I first started looking after it, and it was rubbing off, all the THC was rubbing off on my arms, and yeah, got me slightly twisted. But there we go. Anyway, let's, I done it, I admitted it, and there you go. They will stand on your foot to invoke a reaction. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The police will, in some cases, step on your foot when they stand close to you, which is in fact assault, which means that you are, in my opinion, by the way, this isn't, I can't tell you this is legally or lawfully, but in my opinion, if the police step on your foot, that is assault, and you are within your right to defend yourself. Pushing them off is reasonable force, in my opinion. Assault, battery and murder they perpetrate and cover up daily. Indeed. Indeed. I don't think you have any fire in your opinions. There has to be much more than just chatting about these issues. What is the next step to stop this savagery? I have ideas of things that need to be done, but it's very difficult to do them because it costs money, ultimately. Now, although I have an income, it's probably the same as it's probably the same as the money that you earn. It is allocated already. Do you know what I mean? I want to take things further. I want to be able to do things that are going to try and affect change. However, it's very difficult. The money, as I say, the money I earn through YouTube is pitiful. I'm saving what I do get, and hopefully as time goes on, ad revenue, etc., will increase, and therefore I'll be able to put some money towards getting some things done that I want to do. There's some websites, 2 websites that I want to get up and running, and it's very difficult to do at the moment, as I say. I mean, I'm incredibly grateful. I've got nearly 13,000 subscribers. You know, absolutely amazing. I never even expected to get 1,000 subscribers. Never even crossed my mind when I first started the channel. But to have as many as I have now is incredible. But again, because of what I talk about on the channel, and I'm presuming many of you watch Crime Watch, exactly the same situation. Most of my videos are not suitable for advertising. All I've got to do is mention a paedophile police officer, police constable, whatever, and the video's not monetized. And unfortunately, nearly every day I'm talking about one. Do you see what I mean? And it makes it very difficult. So yeah, but I have plans. I do have plans. I promise you that. And as time goes on this year, hopefully, you will get to know about those plans, and hopefully you guys will be able to help with those plans in regards to actions needing to be taken. It's problematic in law. Defending yourself against a copper leaves you in a position of having to justify your defence, and that's difficult. It is, which is why always film the police. That's why we need to have, if we can get, I mean, who's heard of YapApp? Who's heard of YapApp on Facebook? I'm presuming some of you have, at least, anyway. YapApp, their sort of tagline is makes you the reporter, basically, and everybody will, you know, their content is solely made from a network of people around the country who take videos for them and send them into them. Do you know what I mean? And that's their whole business model, basically, turns you into the reporter. Well, what we need is we need a network of people who are happy to pull their camera out and start filming whenever they see a police interaction. If nothing occurs from that police interaction and there's nothing to do, delete the video. You don't need it. Do you know what I mean? However, if it comes to light that somebody gets hurt or whatever, then we've got that. We've got that, you know, we've got that proof for that person who's been assaulted or whatever it might be. Do you see what I mean? That name again is YapApp. Yeah, or yeah. Who am I talking to? A 5-year-old? YAP. APP, I think it is. Let me have a look. Oh. No, it's YAPPAPP. YAPPAPP. And they basically just, their whole business model is using other people's videos that are sent to them. Colin, I don't have a PO box. You can email me and I can discuss with you a way that might be easy for you. There is the PayPal link in the description. If you wanted to, then that's entirely up to you. Tommans, I've only been on here. I've not even been on here a year yet. 2 more weeks and I'll be on here for a year. DPP Law. Yeah, that's who I'm with, DPP Law. That's who's looking after my my arrest outside Crosby Police Station. Ian, I've forgotten his surname now. Ian Gould, that's it. The spelling is YAP, yes, YAPPAPP. Ian Gould, yeah, that's it. That's who who's dealing with my case. That's who dealt with Current Climate's case as well. I hope he doesn't mind me saying. I'm sure he doesn't. I think he said it in his own video. But yeah, he is also the solicitor that Crime Bodge talks about. I do, yes, I do have a Streamlabs link in the description as well. James Morton. Well, initially we was talking about a video that I uploaded before this one went live about a police constable trying to kill somebody with their baton, hitting them around the head at full pelt. That's what we was talking about initially. I'm not sure what the fee through Streamlabs is the same because it's done. They just do it through PayPal. So whatever the fee on PayPal is, I can, if you want to do it a different way, if you contact me by email, I can give you my bank details if that helps. The problem is my PayPal link is actually linked to my business, so it would be done as a transaction. Thank you, FPV Exmouth, appreciate that. Judge Dredd, yeah. I am the law. Thank you, Frida. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. So the thing is, bank details is not an issue because nobody can do anything with it anyway. It's only all you give is your sort code and account number and name. Other than that, nobody can do anything with it apart from put money into your bank. You need a signature to set up a direct debit, and you need the 16-digit number and the security code to do anything else. So just account number and sort code, there's nothing anybody can do with that apart from put money in your account. I am trying to, what I'm trying to do with the news reports that I'm doing is I'm trying to tag them and put at the very bottom of the description, I'm putting some specific name, like words in there from the video, for example, the name of the person involved or the force involved. And the reason I've done that is so that I hope in the future, say at the end of next or the end of this year, for example, I'll be able to do a search in my dashboard for West Yorkshire Police, and all the videos with West Yorkshire Police where they've done something wrong will show up, and I'll be able to maybe collate some figures on different police forces and things like that. The next competition, I don't know yet. I'll tell you what I wanted to do competition wise is I wanted to buy every so often. I wanted to buy a for like a covert camera, like a pen cam, or I had the glasses one before, and do like a sort of unboxing and a review on it, and then give it away. But again, this all comes down to the channel's just not big enough at the moment to be making an income from, to be able to do that. So I can only do it every now and again when I've got something. I mean, the camcorder that I gave away, I actually brought that for myself initially, and I decided that I would give it away instead. So yeah, sorry, I was just reading some comments there. What kind of camera did you order, Pinaki? Or can't you tell us because it's covert? I might even get some of these, because you can buy the hats with a little camera here, and I might even get some of these and have the logo with the camera right in the middle. That would be quite cool. No, I haven't. I've not seen Batu size. I've never heard of him, to be honest. Focus Pocus is good. Yeah, I like him. A3 mini camcorders. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at some images. Oh, right. So, oh, okay, yeah, I see. I see. Still a bit, well, the ones that I'm looking at here, although would be discreet, I think could still be noticeable, if that makes sense. But yeah, somebody that knows what they're looking for, or is a police constable, they might realise that you've got it. But yeah. Oh wow, I can't believe I've been on here for that long again. Well, not something totally hidden. What I was looking at was, the button cams. Now the button cam looks, is quite a good thing. The problem is the other end of it is about that big, and it's quite bulky. So if you was to hook a button cam on, if you're being patted down, they're going to find it. They're going to feel that big lump. You need something that's not quite so thick, and maybe that would sit underneath where the buttons go, so it's less noticeable. That way, if you get nicked and taken to the police station and popped in a cell, they might not notice that, and you could be sitting in there recording them, coming in, wrapping you up in a blue mattress and beating you with their truncheons. Lego Batman, yeah. William Sampson is his name. Badge number or collar number 3139. Well, that's what I mean, Panaki. The thing is, if you're wearing a shirt, right, with the cameras that are available at the moment, yeah, I'd just lob a button off. Do you know what I mean? And put the camera through it. But because you've got thicker on a shirt, for example, where you've got your buttons and you've got it's hemmed, isn't it? So it's just slightly thicker. If they could create something that would have like a watch battery, for example, something very thin, that potentially you may be able to get away with, because when they pat you down, they don't necessarily pat you down where your buttons are. They're normally around here. All the sexual places, they like having a touch of your boobs and your arse and up the inside of your thighs. But here, where your buttons go, or even and I know they do check around the collar, but remember a collar's quite thick, so there is a potential of being able to have something in your top button with the mechanism just behind it if it's not too thick. But again, there's nothing out there at the moment that is that advanced to be that small at the moment. But if there was, then I don't see, initially, I don't see there being a problem with being able to getting it into a cell if you're arrested. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's nothing that's advanced enough at the moment to be able to run something like that. So power supply is an issue, and also recording. But yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all right. They'll probably forget by the time someone makes something like that. Although now I've said it, next time I get arrested, I'm probably going to get strip searched. They're going to see if I've got a camera up my pipe. You know what they're like. What day is it? Still Saturday today? Yeah, it is. Bloody hell! It feels like a Sunday. Yeah, exactly. Something like a watch battery, for example. Yeah. Even if you could get 2 or 3 smallish watch batteries in there and get, I don't know, even if you could get half an hour's worth of recording time on it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's nothing out there that does it at the moment anyway. So it's just, a glass eye. Yeah. Well, who knows? Give it another 10 years and we might, like in films, we might have contact lenses with transmit capabilities. But can you imagine that? Can you imagine getting arrested and the police having a poke around in your eyes to see if you've got contact lenses in? Mate, that's bad enough. It's bad enough getting poked around under normal circumstances, although luckily I've never been poked around by the police. As in strip searched, I mean. Action Man Andy, yeah. William Sampson, South Yorkshire Police. Not sure what station, but South Yorkshire Police, collar number 3139. Yes, there are some good glasses, but most of them are, what you'll notice is most of them are dark glasses. I don't know if I've seen, yeah, that's the dog snoring, sorry. Most of them are dark glasses, and you're not going to be allowed in a cell with glasses on. For example, I'm not saying that's the reason why you'd want to, but yeah, I think most of the glasses are obviously not real glasses, if that makes sense. So I think there's a bit more advancements need to be done in that area. Lee David Holmes, he's definitely going down for assault. Well, I phoned the police and told them I wanted to report an attempted murder. And I was simply told that they can't tell me anything about the person, about the police officer. And yeah, she basically tried to talk her way out of it. So, but personally, I think it's attempted murder, you know, for what he done. You got strip searched at an airport. Why does it always happen to other people? Why can't I ever get strip searched? I'm so jealous. Sorry, I shouldn't joke about it. I shouldn't. I have been lucky. They won't take a report against their own, but they're supposed to. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter who committed the crime. The crime should be, the statement should be taken. Yes, that's right. Streamlabs, and you can turn the camera off and it still records. Well, this is the thing. I about filing charges against him. This is why I phoned up to complain. I phoned up to say I want to report. It's my civic duty as a member of the public to report a crime. And she said, "What was it?" And I said, "I think it's an attempted murder, in my opinion." So, but you know, she wasn't interested in that. So I'm going to try and reach out to the guy that was involved anyway, and see if I can help spread the word through the channel, so to speak. If I can help him and get a bit more, you know, some more eyes on what's happened, then I think that might help him. So. Don't report rape to the rapist. Never heard that saying before, but do you know what? That is so true. Unsubpress. Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna have another look at your blog, and I might, depends how nice you are at liking all my videos and sharing them. Once I've had a go through your blog properly, then I may very well give everyone a heads up. There is no such thing as the public interest. No, which is why they always say it's not in the public interest. It's never in the public interest if they can't be bothered. No worries, unsubpress. Jeasley Crow, is that how you say it? Spell it, pronounce it? Jeasley Crow Blackbird. Welcome from Ontario, Canada. Good night, Tony. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the chat, Jeasley Crow. Nice to know that that the reach has reached Canada. That's awesome. Yeah, running strike to the head, full pelt, absolutely. Your first time here? Well, Jeesley, we generally talk about stuff that's going on here in the UK. This month, or last month, sorry, I started doing a daily report, weekday, every day, doing a report on the disgusting things that have been happening or perpetrated by people in positions of authority. I'm not a cop hater. I just hate corrupt cops, and I hate people getting away with stuff that they should be punished properly for, and that's what we try and highlight here on the channel. I hope it's something of future interest to you as well. Of course not. That's completely, he has gone completely beyond any boundary that he had as a police constable. Absolutely beyond, at shadow of a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. Excessive force, unlawful assault. He's hit exactly attempted murder. That's what I said to the police when I phoned them. You do not ever hit somebody around the head. The police are told not to hit people around the head. That is a last resort. And as I've said before, when it comes to violence against another person, it's got to be in a life or death situation. Those two blokes are having a scrap in the street. I mean, what the hell? Jesus Christ. It is the same here as it is there. And it will be even more similar soon, because it seems that our government are pushing to allow all of the police here to have more weapons. It won't be long before they're armed with actual firearms, all of them, which is going to be extremely bad. If you've seen the video that we're talking about, what this live stream started off about, if a police constable can hit somebody round the head with a metal baton, because that's the only tool that he has to hand, can you imagine what they're going to do when they get their hands on guns and we're not able to protect ourselves? Exactly. Not in a public interest means not in the best interest of the police. I would like to know how many members of the public they ask. I would like to know if they go out and do a survey and say, right, we've got this crime and we're just trying to see whether or not it's in your interest for us to, go forward with it. So can you tell me, do you think the rape of, thousands of young girls in Rotherham is it worth our while investigating or not? Do you know what I mean? Is that what they do? That's what they must do. Well, the video, Jeesley, is the last video before this live. If you want to check it out, you haven't got to, obviously, but if you want to, you can check it out on the channel page, and it's the last video before this live went on. That wouldn't surprise me if they are being trained by Mossad, or Mossad, whatever you want to call it. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I believe America, I believe they have trained they're trained or they have training in massage techniques, but that would not surprise me at all if they are trained that here as well. It would get taken down if he was killed, and this is one of the things I want to do is one of the websites I want to set up is one for police abusing powers, because I know that these news reports that I'm doing are actually doing the channel more harm than good. So if I have somewhere to do it all myself and I've got complete control, then that will be slightly easier for me to deal with. Of course they would, AB, yeah, absolutely. As I say, hopefully at some point this year I'll be able to get a website put together, and be able to host all my videos on there as well as here. And that way, if this channel goes, or if I report something that YouTube doesn't like or the police don't like anymore, then I've still got a way to get the word out. Pigstick, welcome. Somebody at the scene should have arrested him. Somebody at the scene should have taken that copper out. There would be absolutely no way, if somebody took that copper out at the scene of that incident earlier, if somebody had taken it out, there is no way that the public would sit back and let him get arrested, or her. A manly load. The video before this, Pinaki, police officer runs in. I think you're talking to me anyway. He runs in and hits a lad around the head with his baton. It's the last upload before this live went on, if you're talking to me. But yes, I think one of the problems that we've got is that people aren't aware that they have the power. People are not. This is what I was saying earlier about we are the police and the police are us, or that's how it should be. But because of this massive divide that's been created, the public now just accept the fact that the police deal with it all and we have no rights to do it. Well, under common law, we do. And under legislation, we do. I mean, reasonable force, for that copper, for example, reasonable force would be, in my opinion, would be to disarm him and to pin him to the floor. Okay? Jumping on him, punching him, kicking him, kneeing him in the head like the police do to us. That's not, that is not reasonable force. As we know, we discussed this many times on the channel and on other people's channels. That's not reasonable force, although the police will get away with it. But we know if it's us, we won't get away with it. So we have to make sure that we use that reasonable force. But I would have attempted to disarm the police and try to pin him down. Okay, that would be my arrest. That would be a citizen's arrest on who I believe to be committing a serious offence. Start a petition for him to be charged with attempted murder and tried by the public. Joe, what? Let's see how it pans out, Arctic Void. Let's see how that pans out with this situation. I have a sneaky suspicion that he will be seen to have done no wrong. You know, it will be, well, he was on his own. You know, people were fighting and he was frightened for his life. Well, if he's frightened for his life, he shouldn't be old Bill, should he? Simple as that. But, you know, they will try and cover it up, no doubt. Flash Gordon was arrested 3 months ago. While he was in his cell, the police opened your flap. Beg your pardon? Oh, sorry, there's some more there. Sorry. And told me if I don't give consent to search my premises, I wouldn't see my kids again. Yeah, it's all intimidation techniques. That's the whole thing. They think that they will get one over on us by intimidating and bullying us. The way to get the people on side is not through fear. Ian, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Much, much appreciated. The way for the police to get the public on side with them is not through fear. You cannot govern through fear. You cannot police through fear. Fear creates a reaction that you are not going to want to see happen. Okay, the best way is to work together. And when policing started, that's how it worked. We worked together. Everybody done the policing to help everybody else in the community. Fear gets the money. It's extortion. It's extortion. Threats, intimidation equal extortion. Robert Walker, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this and following this one up anyway. So, so keep an eye on the channel. I will give updates as and when I can. Yes, they're all gatekeepers. PSD is a gatekeeper, right? So what happens? You make a complaint, an inspector looks into it. There's your first gatekeeper. The second one is your PSD. That's a second gatekeeper, just in case it sneaks past the inspector. Then you've got the IOPC, which is your third gatekeeper, just in case it sneaks through PSD. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got, or before IOPC, you've got your crime commissioner. So there's 4 gatekeepers, really. And that, you know, that's like saying to the police, if you want to arrest me, you've got to get through 4 people to get to me. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to have none of that. So why is it that is how it is the other way round? Bart Simpson, yeah, William Sampson, collar number 3139, South Yorkshire Police. Well, yeah, the police, all the police are gatekeepers. I just mean if there's an issue, if you've got an issue with the police or a police constable or a sergeant, you have the inspector, you know, and then you've got your PSD, then you've got crime commissioner, then you've got IOPC. Not everybody goes through the crime commissioner. Most people will go from PSD to IOPC, or PSD will refer it to IOPC. But you also have the crime commissioner, which a lot of people forget about. IOPC, I believe, will tell you just to go through PSD first of all. Yes, Arctic Voyage, yeah. Again, it's not based, their actions are rarely based on what's legal and what's lawful nowadays. Their actions are mainly based on what they perceive. And unfortunately, some of the legislation allows that to happen because it says things like reasonable belief or if you believe. Section 50, for example, of the Police Reform Act doesn't require reasonable belief. In other words, it doesn't require the belief that a reasonable person would be offended. It just requires the fact that a police person believes that something is going to happen. So there needs to be no evidence of it happening. There needs to be no witnesses. There needs to be no proof at all. It just has to be a belief. And we all know that the police will police on their feelings. A manly, well, I'm thinking of a blue jacket, to be honest, rather than the yellow high vises. My plan is to do one which are blue high vises. Thank you, Ian. Very kind, thank you. Solicitor Wilson and Berry. There you go. I'll give them a plug for you as well there. Who hate the police and sue them. So Wilson and Berry. I mean, I've got to say Ian Gould from DPP Law as well, here in Liverpool is fantastic. I have to say that. He is my brief, so I've got to say that. But anybody, there is another recommendation there, Wilson and Berry from Ian Houston. Thank you for that, Ian. Yeah, even the Holy Bible, higher than common law. Well, you look at how many people swear an oath, you know, whether it's in court or even the Queen, for example, they swear an oath on the Bible. And what does it mean? It means nothing these days. People soon forget, the same as the oath of attestation that the police take. They soon forget that. Do you know what? I completely forgot. I've been going for 2 hours, 20 minutes without plugging my phone into charge. I actually forgot to plug it in, and it's still going. Still got 30% left, but I'm going to pop a charger in it anyway. They can't recite their oath. Yeah, of course. So they've soon forgotten about, isn't it? Not light blue. Not light blue what? As in the blue jacket, you mean? It's not a charge lead, is it? It's 6 foot long, that lead that I've just plugged in. One of the things, guys, what somebody's just said there about desecration of the flag, you know, the old thin blue line that they have. in the police code, like dress code, and the police's very own dress code, it says that they are not allowed to wear badges or pins. In fact, I wonder if I've still got it on my laptop here. No, I haven't. They're not allowed to wear badges or pins that can cause offence. That is what their actual dress code says. Now, bearing in mind that, remember, it only takes one person to tell the police that they're offended for you to get arrested. Okay? So it should only take one person to say to the police, that offends me, for them to say, right, you can't wear it anymore. But they don't. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that they understand that it is disgusting, and we need to try and do something about getting that removed, because they say it's because it's to do with the people that die, you know, in the line of duty and things like that. I don't see it like that at all. They will, because that's their narrative, okay? And there's many members of the public that will, because that's what they're told. They don't understand the other meanings behind it. For example, this whole division thing. But they are not supposed to wear it if it causes offence. They administer their feelings. I was always under the impression, actually, I'll have to look into this, but I was always under the impression, like defacing a banknote, okay? Defacing a banknote is theoretically illegal, because it's got the Queen's face on it, for example. I always was under the impression that the flag couldn't be disfigured or anything like that. And so for them to have the you know, black and blue flag, which is what they have, or black, blue and white, is defacing the flag. Burning a post box. Yeah. Sharia compliant flag. Well, I'll be honest, I've not seen what a Sharia flag looks like. I know what the ISIS flag looks like, and that's the same, pretty much the same colours as the flag the police wear, isn't it? I don't know. I can't recommend a solicitor that will sue the council yet. And I say yet because I'm working on something. I've got a personal issue going on at the moment, which I'm working on. And I may very well know who to recommend for suing the council soon. Let's just put it like that for now. Holy crap, I don't know what's going on there. Nearly caught fire by the looks of it. Oh, crikey. What am I putting in it? Diesel. No, I've got this thing. Signature oil, cherry menthol. It's not great, but I brought a bottle and now I've got to use it because I'm tight and I won't throw it away and buy another one. Carl Haydock, no. Not today. No, it's red diesel, not green diesel. I siphoned it out of a tractor. Don't tell the police. Was the fella took to hospital? I would presume he was. I've not checked yet because I made the video that I uploaded before this live and then I came on this live and I've not followed up on any of the messages. I've reached out to a few people before. 4-stroke, a single stroke would be nice these days. I need to reach out to some people that I've messaged earlier to see what find out a little bit more info about that incident. It happened today, I believe. Free Julian Assange. Well, Julian, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you jumping on and joining in the chat. Thank you. Well, that was some swing he took though, wasn't it? Let's face it. And yeah, I mean, that sound just made me cringe. It was horrible. Yeah, absolutely. The black bloke got done for machete attack. Rod, I think, or Rod, I can't remember his name now. Rodwan, that's it, Rodwan. In fact, he didn't get done for what? Hang on, where is it? Yeah, he got done for. It wasn't attempted murder. He didn't get done for attempted murder, did he? Which he should have done, and I said that in my video about it. He most certainly should have got done for attempted murder, but no, I believe he got done for assault with intent or something stupid like that. Yeah, somebody's pointed me to that 45-second video. As I say, I'm gonna attempt to reach out to the guy and the guy filming and see whether or not I can maybe even get them on the channel, which would be great if I could get them on the channel and have a chat with them at some point about exactly what happened. In fact, if anybody knows the person, if anybody's watching this and you know the person that was involved in that video or the person filming, as I say, I have messaged the person filming, I've left them a comment. I'm going to go back to them and try and contact them properly. But if anybody knows the people that were involved in that video that we were talking about at the beginning of this live, please reach out to them. Please ask them to get in touch with me. Yeah, he certainly will have a headache for a few days. As I said earlier, I'm surprised he was actually conscious still. Absolutely, I just couldn't believe it. The storm's just hit in where are you? In Exmouth. It was supposed to. I thought the storm was supposed to come across the top, across Scotland, and then work its way down. Well, Exmouth's way down from where I am. I'm in Liverpool, believe it or not. And we've not had anything. It's been a bit windy, but you know, it's not nothing that I would say I would class as storm type. I've posted my video on here on YouTube, Nick. I'm sure there are others that have uploaded it to YouTube as well now. I'm not as much a football fan as I used to be. I don't really have the time to follow it these days, although now and again I will. It's South Yorkshire Police, but now and again I will put the telly on and watch my team. Now you're going to ask me who my team is. Let's see if you can guess. Good night, Ian. Thank you once again. Glad to have you on the chat. Thank you for joining in. And as you say, always record the coppers. And I look forward to chatting with you again in the comments somewhere. No, not Spurs. No, not West Ham. It might help if I say I live in Liverpool. But when I say it might help, it won't help. Lee David Holmes, yeah, 3139 William Sampson, South Yorkshire Police. No, not Man U, not Everton, not Man City. Pinaki, I'm not sure if I've got your email. Can you just send me a hello to the email address on my about page? Just send that, and then I'll reply to it if you can, if you don't mind, please. It just saves you putting your email out in the chat here, because I'm going to lose it. It's just going to go gone, and I'm not going to get it. No, not Tranmere, not Crystal Palace, not Tilbury, not Celtic, not Watford. Villa, no. Were I ever part of the Freeman movement? No, I wasn't, no. Ian Houston, well done. Yes, that's correct. Barnet, you cheeky bastard. I'm surprised nobody else said that. That's very good, though. Same as you. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't even know what's going on with them, because it's been so long since I've actually had a chance to catch up. Barnet. That made me laugh. Oh dear. No, for those of you who didn't see the comment, Ian Houston made the comment and he got the correct team, which will probably lose me some subscribers. But it's Chelsea. So there we go. And please, let's not get into a football chat, because it's been so long since I've actually kept up on what's going on. I just have no idea. So, oh, you're in the Northwest as well, Ian? Cool. Am I on crack? Well, if I admit to that, I'm going to get my door bashed in, aren't I? Because there's no doubt some police on here having a watch. Oh yeah, Stockport, not too far. Yeah, headhunters, aren't they? The Chelsea headhunters. Is that a child on my PC screen? What that? That is the piece of shit that cracked that poor lad round the head with his baton. Yeah. Thumbs up if you're a copper. Right, what's the time? Wow, 20 past 10. The dog needs to be on a vape. Can you hear her? Well, this is the problem, FPV. This whole new world order thing that's being brought in, and you know, my grandkids, when I have them, or not when I have them, but when my kids have kids, I'm frightened for the kind of world they're going to be brought up in. You know, it's saddening. David Plowie, no, not at the moment. I phoned South Yorkshire Police. I've got his name. Fluke Dog managed to get his name. South Yorkshire Police were less forthcoming with the name for me. We have his collar number, which is 3139. His name is William Sampson from South Yorkshire Police. And I reported him for attempted murder. But they're not interested. Quite a serious allegation, that attempted murder. You would have thought, because it was such a serious allegation, somebody would have spoke to me, you know, and taken my complaint seriously. But no, I got fobbed off. The greenhouse scene from Scum. that's well, I'm just going to keep my opinion on that to myself. That way I can't get into trouble. They might do, AB. See, thing is, I will say what needs to be said. If I say something and then I'm told that I'm not allowed to speak about it, then I will not speak about it from that point onwards. I don't do what I do to break the law. I do what I do because I believe that people need to know about what's going on. Although everything that I report is in the media, you will find that many of the reports are not publicised. And what I mean by that is you'll get something like Philip Schofield's gay on the front page, okay, for example. And then you'll get on page 40, on a little column about this big, you'll get, oh, police officer gets done for murdering somebody. Do you know what I mean? So it's never publicised. So people don't get to hear about it and people don't really pay attention to it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to raise the attention. Good night, Stuart. Take it easy, my friends. And as I say, and that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to highlight the things that are going on. Alex Baker. Yes. Philip Schofield is now out of the closet that he spent so many of his early years in with Gordon the Gopher. I do have BitChute. I do have BitChute. To be honest with you, I really don't pay much attention to it. I do know that I've set it up so videos from here do get uploaded to there. However, I've got every single video that is on this channel now, I've got backed up. And every time I make a video, I have a backup. So if I lose this channel, I've got all of my videos to re-upload to another platform, or when I get a website sorted out, I will upload them all to that and just show them through the website. The petition for Section 50 of the Police Reform Act that I made last year, March, April, I think it was, I done that. I'll be honest, I've not really pushed it. I set it up, I pushed it a few times. I had some support on there, but the problem is they do make it difficult because you need something like 10,000 signatures on a petition for anybody to take any notice of it. And with this channel, although I've got nearly 13,000 subscribers, excuse me, although there's nearly 13,000 subscribers, 60% of my views come from people who are not subscribers, which is really weird. 60% of my views come from people who are not subscribers of the channel. But if I could get all of the people that are subscribed to the channel and that 60% that are not subscribed to sign a petition, we'd have 20,000 or thereabouts, do you know what I mean, signatures on it. But it's something that I will start pushing again soon. I've just been so clogged up really with everything. It's trying to arrange my time properly to they deleted the last West Yorkshire Police video. Whose West Yorkshire Police video? Quite possible, Callus. Quite possible. There was a point where I was getting about 100 subs a day, which was amazing. Couldn't believe it. But now, although it says in the last 28 days, I've had, on my stats, it says the last 28 days, 1,400 subscribers. I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, again, that could be perfectly true, AB. I know a lot of people have said that, and they say that they have like such a long run, and they kind of know how many subs they're getting every day, and then all of a sudden bottoms out. I get that, but again, that can also just happen generically. So there isn't. I don't think that there's any real proof. Or we're never going to have any real proof that channels are having their stats or their subs tampered with. We're just never going to be able to see any real proof of that, I don't think. Five little piggies. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy went over to Police Abusing Powers channel and tapped the dislike thumb button. How did PAP start? PAP started because I got arrested for trying to get some 10 seconds, that's all I wanted, 10 seconds of footage of a police car. It didn't even need to be a police car. In fact, where I live, not far from where I live, is a police station, an ambulance station, and a fire station, literally all next door to each other. So I went up there with the goal of capturing just a few seconds worth of footage. I'm not going to incriminate myself. I know what you're saying though. No ambulances or fire engines came out, which I would have, would have been fine with that. I could have taken that and I could have come away. But loads of police cars come out the back of the police station. So I thought, okay, I'll go and stand outside the back of the police station on the pavement, public ground, public property, set my camera up on a tripod, and I waited. And that's all I've done, is I waited. A police car pulled up and the police constable got out, at which point I started to record. I wasn't recording before that because I didn't know when anyone was going to come out and I didn't want to waste my battery. So I waited until somebody came, and the police car pulled up, policeman's got out, asked me what I was doing, at which point I started filming. And it was from that interaction, he ended up leaving. After about 20 minutes, he ended up going away. He said to me, okay, I've spoken to my sergeant, I'm going to leave you to it. Now, any reasonable person, if a police constable says to you, I'm going to leave you to do what you're doing, would a reasonable person not assume that it's okay for you to carry on doing it? See you later, Chris. Thank you for joining us. So, I mean, a reasonable person would assume that if a police constable says you can carry on doing what you're doing, you're simply going to assume that it's okay for you to do it. And that's what I assumed. So I turned my camera off and I waited. I was waiting for a police car to come out. And then another police car pulled into the station, at which point I clicked record again, caught a few seconds of that, and he went in. The next thing, two non-uniformed, they must off duty from what I can gather, came out the back of the police station. They went to get in their cars. As they came out through the gates, I thought to myself, they might ask me questions, so I'm going to record this, at which point I clicked record, and that's when it all went pear-shaped. And within 5 minutes of these two coming out the back of the police station, I'm surrounded by 8 police, including the inspector of the station, who didn't like the fact that I knew my rights and I was standing up for them. So a couple of the police went off and had a little powwow, forgetting that they had their body cameras on, deciding what they could make up to get rid of me. And that's where it all went. That's how it all started. So I got arrested, taken to police station, held in a cell for several hours before being let out. So it's ridiculous. Ian, thank you again. Good night, my friends. Thanks for joining us. As I said earlier, look forward to catching up with you in the comments again. Stephen Bradbury, Stephen Bradbury used Ian Gould as well. She is snoring her head off again, yeah. Pap refused to give up his rights. However, when I got to the police station, because I've got the dogs, I couldn't, there was nothing I could do. I had to give my details at that point. Otherwise, the dogs would have gone. I'd have stayed in there for 24 hours. If I didn't have the dogs, I'd have stayed there for 24 hours. Absolutely no doubt about that. But when I got to the station, I had no choice. I had to give my details at that point because I had to get back for these two. And the At which point, when I gave my details, the offence was over. So I should have been let go, but I wasn't. I was put in a cell. A wall of shame. What, a bit like on Watchdog. Is it Watchdog? Is that, no, not Watchdog. What's that one called with Matt Allwright, where he has his wall of shame? Come on, guys, you should know what that program's called. I can't remember. My mind's gone blank. Rogue Traders, that's the one. Rogue Traders. Thank you, sad but mad lad. Thank you, AB. Yeah, Rogue Traders. Maybe I will, once I, you know, when I've got the ability to get a decent camera, and you know, I'm not stuck in my living room, because that's where I am, in my lounge with my dogs down there. When I'm not stuck here, and I'm able to create a better working space, I may just well have to put a wall of shame up. It is, but again, it's because it's a mobile phone that I'm using. A Samsung Galaxy is what I'm using. I need something that's designed for taking photos and video, rather than something that's, you know, that's second uses as a camera. Enoch, yes, that is the dog. FP Exmouth, is PAP full-time job, or do you have a day job? Because when I get home from work, I'm straight on YouTube watching your vids, and I think, how the hell have you enough time to research and make these videos? Right, I've never lied to any of you guys before, and I'm not going to lie to you now. I am a director of a company which I started. It's not trading at the moment. It was a business plan that I had spent the last few years thinking about doing. Unfortunately, things happened and I wasn't able to follow through with it. I am still the director of that company, although it's not trading. I am currently on disability. Okay. I am not working at the moment, which is why I put a lot of time into this. I am, as I say, currently on disability. I'm not going to go into ins and outs. You know, some things have to remain personal and private. But yes, I spend most of my time doing what I do here on YouTube. Because I can do this without it interfering with the reason that I'm on disability. Okay. And that is, you know, in the interest of being honest with everybody, as I am, and as I always try to be. That is the situation at the moment. Yeah, a floral business, but the fuzz turned up and took all my plants away. Yes. Yeah, that wasn't the business, by the way. But yeah, that's, you know, as I say, if I lie to people, then what kind of credibility do I have as a person when I am outing people for being liars? Do you know what I mean? Alex, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's nothing that I'm ashamed. You know what I mean? It's nothing I'm ashamed of. It's nothing that can be used against me. You know, I will always withhold my right to remain silent if it's something that I don't want to talk about. But I think that by being honest in certain situations can only help. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they will. I don't get enough for it to cause any problems. You know, as I say, the channel doesn't make hardly any money at all. In fact, the donations that have come through today equal much more than I get in a month, to be fair. And there is, what's that, £21 that I've had today, which is phenomenal, and I'm grateful. Oh no, I know, Alex, I appreciate that. I do understand. But yeah, there's, you know, as I say, there's just, okay, thank you. To be honest with you, anything that does come through from the channel anyway doesn't get spent on anything other than stuff for the channel. In my vision, if you like, I want to grow the channel, and I want to make sure that I'm giving something to you guys as much as I possibly can. And as I say, everything that I do with the channel, for example, I had some donations before and I made those PAP cards, and people paid for some of those PAP cards, and that money went towards more of them. Do you see what I mean? I'm not making any money out of anything that I do. I'm not making a profit, if you like, out of anything that I do. It's all going back into the channel. You know, as I say, I bought that camcorder out of my own money. I don't know why I'm pointing over there, but I bought that camcorder out of my own money. Over a period of time, I've slowly been, you know, getting that money back through the money that YouTube pays, which, as I say, is terrible because of the content that I put out. But yeah, you know, it's one of them, innit? But thank you very, very much, Spellbinder. Very much appreciate that. I would love to be in a position to be able to do this and just do this. You know what I mean? I am in, excuse me, in the process of working towards getting well and getting back to work. But it would be great if I could do this, you know, if I could do this full time and you know, I was earning a wage from it, so to speak. That would be absolutely awesome. But, you know, it's not something that's going to happen for a long, long time, if at all, simply because of the channel content. Sickening, isn't it, Cork Dwarf? Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, Tom, this is one of the things, as I say, it's one of the things I wanted to do. I mean, what would be amazing is, I don't know, it might take a couple of years, but what would be amazing if I could get to the point where I do my reports live. Do you know what I mean? The reports, I get all the reports and I can do a live report each night, for example. And that would be great. I would love to do that. I would really love to do that. But I need somebody to do the research as well for me. And I need somebody to write my script, if you like, because I have to work off of a script when it comes to the news reporting. Leanna, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Thank you. Truly, truly appreciated. Thank you. do a video of your dog farting. Oh, do you know what? I was sitting here earlier going through some news reports, and oh my God, she farted. And it made my eyes water. It made my eyes water. It was terrible. FPV Exmouth, you've got the super chat thing that you can do that Leanna has just done there. YouTube do take a small cut of that. In the description, there is a don't blame the dog. That's true. In the description of all my videos, there are some links to different ways people can help out. Again, I don't expect anybody to. I would love to be able to do it all through ad revenue, which once I get a website up and running, I'll be able to put some adverts on there and maybe make a little bit extra through the website as well. Yes, PayPal's fine. Again, in the description there is a PayPal link. If you want to do that, that's great. It's entirely up to you. I would like to put the news of the day on record daily and spread it worldwide. Did he say that? It's a good thing to say. I've never heard that before, but yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, I know Matt. Yeah, Urban Explorer, I know him. We've spoken quite a lot actually. I didn't know he was getting rid of some stuff, so it might be worth me going and checking him out, seeing what he's got. I knew a guy who kept farting, which really stunk, and always blamed it on the dog. One day he got home from work and his wife had got rid of the dog. I like that. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but that's funny. Oh dear. Stickers. There are stickers on. I'm not sure if it's in the description anymore. Hang on a second. Let me have a look. No, it's not in the description anymore. There is a Streamlabs. Bear with me 1 second, because it may show it here on this link. I can't see any comments at the moment, guys, by the way, because I've got another tab open. So if you're asking questions and I don't reply, I apologise. Ah, no, that just goes through to that. Let me try taking that off. Right, struggling. Oh, there we go. But no, it's gone to there. Let me take that off. Let me try that. No. Ah, right, okay. What you can do, if you want stickers, I think there's some stickers still available. If you go to, in the description, let me just double check. I'm sure there is stickers here. I'm sure, no, there isn't. No, there isn't. Damn it. Okay. I will get some stickers sorted out. Yeah, I'll get some stickers sorted out. The place that I'm using now for merch, they haven't got stickers at the moment, but they said that they are bringing some stickers in. So I will be adding that to the merch stores that are linked to in the description. So you just have to keep an eye on that for the moment. But I will let you know in a video when they're available. I'll just do an update on the merch store. Thank you, Bart. I appreciate that. Again, there's no pressure on you having to do that. I do appreciate anybody that does help. That's amazing. But yeah, there's no, there's absolutely no pressure on anyone to do anything like that. The StreamYard, that's what I want to do. I want to try and get people on now and again and do a live stream, maybe have a discussion, a live stream discussion with people, and do that live. Whether that's once a week or thrice a week, it makes no difference to me in that respect. So yeah, I do have a BitChute account, Enoch's Ghost. Again, I've not really concentrated on it. It is set up to upload videos from here onto there, but all of my videos are made with YouTube in mind, so it's got like an end screen, for YouTube, etc. But I do have every single video that I've ever uploaded, I have backed up. If anything happens to this channel, I've got every video to re-upload to a new channel should I need to, and I'll just edit the ending of all of the videos to support whichever platform that I put it on. Well, I hope whatever your situation is, Manly, I hope you manage to sort that out, whatever it might be. Oh, Leanna, thank you, Sydney. I'm presuming that's how you pronounce it. I think it is. I don't want to butcher people's names, but thank you so much. It'll take a while to upload all the videos. Yeah. All I'll do is just upload any new daily videos and a couple of old videos on a day each day until I've got them all uploaded. Dane, yeah, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate you being on. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think maybe as I say, maybe in hopefully not in the too distant future, I'll be able to set up and do a live news report daily. I mean, I would like to do that because it's nice to get feedback from people as well in real time. So hopefully we can do that. Sorry, Bill Anderson's just said that a WPC hit a woman trying to help the wounded man. I will most definitely be checking out that video myself, and maybe we have to discuss that as well. Maybe have to put in a complaint against her as well. Unbelievable. Well, guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I've been on now for 3 hours and 11 minutes, and I can carry on talking forever, really. But it's 10:54, so I'm going to give it another 6 minutes to 11 o'clock, and then I'm going to have to say goodnight to you all for now. Because I've run out of coffee as well, and I need to go and make another one. Well, FPV, if you can trust me, I can blank out faces for you. It's entirely up to you. If somebody asks me to blank out a face, I will blank out a face. Unless it's the police, then I won't blank it out, or the offender, they stay in. But it's entirely up to you. Absolutely no pressure on that at all. If you want to do it yourself, cool, no problem. The video's on the Daily Mail and Mirror websites already, is it? Thank you, Bill. Take care. And yeah, we'll speak again soon. Right, it depends how long the videos are, FPV. If the videos aren't too long and they're on your mobile phone, for example, then maybe you can send them to the WhatsApp number, which is in the header of the channel. I can get them from there to the computer to edit the faces. You just need to tell me which faces to edit out. Failing that, you can upload it to YouTube and put it as unlisted, so nobody will have the link to it and nobody will see it's on your channel. Unlisted means that just only you will see it. It won't show in your video list or anything. Send a link to me, I can download it, and then once I've downloaded it, you can remove it from your channel if you want to do that. So there's a couple of ways that you can do that, if that helps you at all. Yes, Carl. I think the mainstream media are showing it because they know there's going to be huge uproar because so many people have probably seen it now already. It's not something that's going to be easy to cover up now, is it? Good night, James. Thank you for joining us. Enoch's Ghost, I'm not sure if you're saying good night to me or saying good night to someone that's leaving. Neil, thank you for joining us. Good night. FPV, are you off now, are you? Good night, Alex. Well, good night to you, James. Thank you. The police stopped you for an unpaid TV license. What on earth is it doing on police systems that you've got an unpaid TV license? Yeah, no, that's cool. FPV. No, I was just wondering if you was actually going now. I am going in a couple of minutes myself, but I was just going to say to you before you went, just drop me an email or try, email or WhatsApp. If you have any problems with those, then there is another alternative, but they're the easy ones for the moment. So give those a try. Yeah, an unpaid TV license might be a criminal offence, but they need to have proof that you needed a license before they can arrest you, surely. Yeah, you too, FPV. Thanks again. Surely, if it's even though it's a criminal offence not to have or to have an unpaid TV license, then, but again, they, as I say, they should still have proof that you needed one at the time. And if it's from 2011, how can they prove that you needed a TV license at the time? Good night, Carl. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Take care. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous from 2011. Right, ladies and gentlemen who are left, 65 of you, I think. Let me thank you for joining me on this live stream. Thank you to everybody that's commented and joined in the conversation. Especially thank you to those who have been, gracious enough to chuck a few quid in the pot there. That will go towards the channel and equipment, etc. Much appreciated, everybody. All the likes as well on this video, 244 likes, incredible. Thank you so much. I hope that, as I say, I do have plans for the channel and moving forward. I hope that you are involved in that journey as well. Sorry, Corked Wolf, do apologise. But yeah, more live streams to come. Thank you all once again, and wherever you are, good night, good morning, good afternoon. Look after yourselves, film the police and other officials.